Love this segment. Well, it is Friday too. And Dr. Bentley is here. Love this. Okay, so you're answering our pet questions.
Yes.
Our friends, we gave them a phone number. We have a couple of questions. Let's get to the first one right now. David wants to know, Dr. B, what is the best way to treat matting?
Matting, it depends on how thickly they're matted. If they're matted all the way down to the skin, it's best to have a groomer shave the mats off, because if you try to do it yourself, I can't tell you how many times I've treated dogs where they will try to cut the mats off with scissors and they cut right through the skin, and the dog just sits there. It's weird because they won't move, they won't do anything, and then you pull the hair off and there's a hole in the dog, and so it's best to get somebody that knows what they're doing to clip them off. Minor mats or mats that are away from the skin, those can either be taken off with scissors or brushed out, but you have to have a lot of patience, and then to prevent matting, it's just constant brushing. Constant brushing.
I'm just so happy you emphasize let a professional do what a professional does.
I fix lots of holes for people try to cut the mats out.
Goodness. You do great surgeries too. You sent me a picture recently and my kids are like, that is so cool. You do so much greatness. Okay, let's get to our next question. And here it is. Glenn has two. So let's start with the first one. Glenn wants to know, what is the best way to treat ear mites? And what are ear mites, by the way?
Ear mites are little bugs that live in the dog's ears. They are not contagious to people for a long period of time. You can catch them. It has been documented, but it's very rare. They mainly pass between cats and dogs. They are easy to kill. The problem is that they're very prolific. So you have to have something in there that continues to kill them over a long period of time. The most successful thing right now is a drug called Revolution. It's also a heartworm treatment. So you need to make sure your dog's heartworm free before you give it to them. But you can put Revolution on. There's this drop you put on the back of their necks, absorbed through the skin, gets in the bloodstream, then comes out in wherever the animal has skin, which includes the ear canal, and it will kill the ear mites.
Are there multiple
usually
dosages
with just,
that you need?
that's the neat thing. Most of the time, 98% of the ear mites will die just with one dose. We generally want to say mop them up, do another dose 2 weeks later, just to make sure that you've gotten rid of them.
What color are ear mites?
They're white.
Okay.
And they're too tiny to see with the unaided eye unless you are really, really good vision. I used to have to use a little scope that magnifies them, and then you can see them.
Okay.
But generally speaking, they look like the dog's ears are full of black cornflakes.
Yuck.
Yeah, pretty nasty stuff.
Okay. We ran out of time for his last question. What we'll do is I'll ask your question for you. Dr. B, we'll post it online. How about that?
Sounds good.
Okay, good stuff. And if you'd like to meet Dr. B, we have his information. Top there it is. Boom, magical. Address, phone number. We have a quick break and we're back with more after this.